Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk about the NWSL Women's Soccer, Just Soccer, Only Soccer. The day has finally come and the roster for the US Women's National Team January 2022 camp has dropped. I've been looking forward to this roster all December. Before I get into it, we also have the dates for the She Believes Cup as well. Those are February 17th, 20th, and the 23rd. The teams featured include the US Women's National Team, New Zealand, Iceland, and the Czech Republic. Also want to add this camp is from January 19th to the 28th, and according to US Soccer, there are no international matches or friendlies associated with this camp. There's probably going to be another camp leading up to the She Believes Cup, and some of the players listed here in this camp's roster may or may not be selected for it. That being said, let's get into the roster, starting with my favorite position, keepers. For goalkeepers, we got Aubrey Kingsbury, Casey Murphy, and Alyssa Nair. So really great selection of keepers. Alyssa Nair is back, which is awesome. She got injured in the Olympics last year, so I'm happy that Alyssa Nair has recovered and is coming back. I can't wait to see her again later on. Casey Murphy, if you watch my previous videos, you already know how I feel about her. I love Casey as a keeper. She killed it in the Australia friendlies. I can't get over how she blocked all of Sam Kerr's shots. She may as well have been like, "Oh, you're Sam Kerr? That's cute. I'm Casey Murphy." Yeah, I hope she gets selected later on for the She Believes Cup because every save she makes, I'm just going to be fangirling. Aubrey Kingsbury, I actually had no idea who that was at first, but it is Aubrey Bledsoe. She got married last year, or she got married in December, so she now goes by Aubrey Kingsbury. I'm actually happy Aubrey got a call-up. She did really well with the Washington Spirit last year. Hopefully she also gets selected for international matches later on as well. So solid selection of keepers for this camp. I love it. And Casey Murphy. This is coming from a former keeper and defender. Speaking of defenders, for defenders we got Alana Cook, Abby Dalkemper, Tierna Davidson, Amani Dorsey, Emily Fox, Naomi Girma, Sophia Huerta, Kelly O'Hara, and Emily Sonnet. Great selection of defenders all around. Going to love the aggression from Abby Dalkemper, Tierna Davidson, and Emily Fox. Alana Cook, even though some people are still very skeptical of her, she's the kind of defender that defends with her life, like I've said many times before. She is not the type of defender that's going to be involved in the attack as, say, Sophia Huerta or Emily Sonnet. But yeah, Cook near or around the box is going to be great defensively. Cool to see Dorsey and Girma. I think Amani Dorsey has been called up before, but I don't know if this is Naomi Girma's first call up to the US Women's National Team. Either way, cool to see both of them. Kelly O'Hara and Emily Sonnet, always reliable, great defensive duo. I'm actually really surprised there's no Becky Sauerbrunn. Casey Kruger, if you're wondering where she is, she's pregnant and I think she's due in July. So yeah, soccer and carrying a baby is kind of difficult, you know? So yeah, it makes sense as to why she wasn't called up. Moving on to the midfielders, we got Lindsay Horan, Jalen Howell, Rose Lavelle, Christy Mewis, Sam Mewis, Ashley Sanchez, and Andy Sullivan. Great to see Sam Mewis is back once again. I cannot wait to see her back in the game. She did sustain an injury during the Olympics last year, and she has since recovered from it. So welcome back, Sam. Christy Mewis, Sam's sister, is awesome too. I hope Flacco actually starts her in matches later on and gives her more playtime. Lindsay Horan and Rose Lavelle, U.S. Women's National Team veterans, always great to have them. Ashley Sanchez, she seemed a little quieter in the Australia friendlies, if I remember correctly, but hopefully if she gets called up to the She Believes Cup, we'll be able to see more action from her. Andy Sullivan, yeah, same as Sanchez. I like Andy. I like Andy. She did get shaken up quite a bit in the Australia friendlies, but I think she'll be okay. If she does get selected for the She Believes Cup, hopefully those matches won't be as aggressive or as physical as the Australia friendlies. Jalen Howell, another new addition to the national team. Can't wait to see how she does in this camp. A player that I'm a little surprised that wasn't called up to the camp is Katarina Macario. Yeah, I know. I kind of had some mixed feelings about her in the past, but she actually really is a great player for French club Olympique Lyonnais. I'll gladly eat my words. I know she's busy with her club right now, but I think this camp would have been good for Macario because it's a longer camp and she needs to adjust more to the national team and her national team teammates since she doesn't really see them as often. At the same time, though, I know Leon is needing her and keeping her busy right now. And lastly, for forwards, Ashley Hatch, Mallory Pugh, Margaret Purse, Trinity Rodman, Sophia Smith, and Lynn Williams. I am so glad Ashley Hatch got called up to this camp. She killed it in the Australia friendlies, nabbing 2 early goals, which is just awesome. I hope Hatch is here to stay on the U.S. Women's National Team. She is just going to get better and better, much like Sophia Smith. I'm really happy to see Margaret Midge Purse back at camp as well. Another amazing and talented player. Mallory Pugh back as well. Great striker for the Red Stars. Going to do well in this camp. I just know it. Trinity Rodman finally gets a call up to the camp. She was called up to the Australia friendlies but turned it down. So it's great to finally be seeing her at this camp. It's great that she's finally getting a call up to the team. Hopefully she will be selected to the She Believes Cup roster as well. Sophia Smith and Lynn Williams, always happy to see them and looking forward to seeing more of them on the national team as the year goes on. Anyway, great selection of players for this camp. There are some missing players that I would have preferred to see for this camp, but despite that, this is still an awesome roster. Flacco, I'm guessing, is trying to get the younger / less experienced players adjusted to the national team, and honestly, that takes time, especially when these players haven't spent much time playing together as a team. They've probably spent more time playing against each other in the NWSL. It's going to be interesting to see how they all do in this camp and if they'll be back for the international games in the future. It's great to see a lot of these young players again, and I'm glad Vlatko is thinking about the future of the U.S. Women's National Team by inviting these players to the camp. Very cool. That being said, that is all I have for you guys today or tonight. What do you think of this roster? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.